Good evening and welcome to our Tuesday Night Live. We're so glad you're here. This live will begin shortly, and we're excited to share this journey with you. This is a space of kindness and encouragement, so let's be welcoming to everyone looking to better themselves. If you have questions, drop them in the chat or use the super chat to make sure it gets addressed. Thank you for being a part of our community. Let's make it a great night. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome. As you can see, I pulled up a seat, but it's not yet occupied. Do me a favor. I'm watching the live chat. Let me know if this has any weird sound that's going on. And I want to know if it sounds okay. I've got some audio issues, but let me know if this sounds okay, if you can hear it. If there's any weird noises in the background, I'll try to do something else with the audio. I don't have a lot of okay, everyone's saying no weird on no, sounds fine. All right, perfect. Okay, fantastic. Because today, even with all of the technical difficulties, is not about perfection, as you can tell. There's nothing about me, there's nothing about the production of this show, this channel, anything that has to do with anything about perfection. But it is about honesty. And when she gets here, Chandra and I want to talk about plans we hope to execute, the goals that we're working on, goals that we're working towards. And we're not just talking about food and keto and weight loss. Those are obviously hugely important to us and hugely paramount to this channel and this community. But we're talking about sleep, the house, bills, the family dynamic, the family that lives in this house with us, living in a house with 8 people. How do we start the new year and set ourselves up with a house of 8 for success, to where we're not resentful, to where we are all working together? How do we get there? How do we keep everything from sinking? And I know this isn't just us. This is a lot of people. And I think these are a lot of issues that people often keep behind closed doors. We talk about I just lost my train of thoughts. We talk about everything going on in our lives. We talk about the food, our weight, our medical conditions, but then we often hide and we sidestep questions about our personal life behind the veil, and rightfully so. And not a lot of people are comfortable sharing those types of things. And, and how do we deal with the pressures that we feel that of us trying to keep everything afloat while pretending that we're fine? If any of you have ever been in a relationship, if any of you have ever been married, the woman will often say, "I'm fine," which means the complete opposite. We know that they aren't fine when they say, "I'm fine." It's akin to, do what you want. Sure, go to that thing. You know how that goes, right? But it's akin, how do we hide behind pretending that we're fine? Because oftentimes we're not fine. We're not okay. And that's okay. I mean, I don't know another way to say that. It's okay. Because we're not always going to be okay. We're not always going to be fine. We're not always going to be what everybody expects us to be, what we expect of ourselves. And we talk about the perception versus reality and why vulnerability matters and how community support is often the difference between giving up and surviving another day. Now, we all worry, we all feel like we're not doing enough. Some of us feel like imposters in our own lives. Maybe in 2026 is the year of transparency. When we're, where it's okay to admit that we're struggling and that we can lean on each other and share our struggles. Maybe share your struggles in the chat, things that you're worried about for this year. Because we come to the new year and we're all ripped and ready to go for all the accomplishments that we want to achieve, all the goals that we have. But underneath it all, there are vulnerabilities, there are worries, there are fears, there are all the things that we don't necessarily tell other people, but they're there, hiding, smoldering under the surface. Now, grab your coffee. If you don't already have it, I have mine. Yes, we still need coffee. Coffee is one of those things that I don't understand how people give up. I can't function without coffee, and maybe that's a crutch, but maybe it's just something that I love a lot, and I rely on that coffee because it is a constant. And let's remind each other that we don't have to do this alone. Again, we're not walking this path alone, be it your keto lifestyle, your carnivore lifestyle, your weight loss goal, your health journeys, anything. We're a part of a community, and that community means that we are here to support each other. Will you kill that light, dear? The big light's still on. There we go. I don't know how that impacts what you see. But anyway, without further ado, here comes the star of the show. Ugh. This lady right here. Now let's make sure that you're in frame because I don't know. Let's see. Can we turn that just a little bit more? Oh, there we go. Look how beautiful you are.
Hi, everybody. Love you.
Love you, dear. So, welcome to you, to Chandra. Welcome to all of you.
Happy freaking New Year.
See, the struggles are real.
I need to turn the volume off on my phone.
Okay. You could have not said that out loud, but that's okay.
Well, I don't like to get on my phone while everybody's here because I feel like it's rude, but I do it sometimes anyway.
Yeah. So. Sandy Blythe is here. She says, good morning. See you soon. This was 41 minutes ago.
Well, we're a little slow.
That's a,
to start our new year,
I mean,
cut my favorite finger. You see that? I cut it. My favorite finger. Let's just add that on to the things that are irritating from starting 2026. I cut it. It probably could have used a stitch or two, but I didn't want to pull my suture kit out of the medicine cabinet, so it's fine. It's numb, but it's fine.
Remember when we talked about it's fine and we're hiding behind it's fine?
It's fine.
Mm-hmm. See? That's a face that says it's not fine.
It's still numb, but it's all right. I can feel in my fingertips. Anything from knuckle to knuckle bend, numb.
Carrie said he's pulling up the boat to the live stream. And he also says, I took a misstep last night when cleaning the bleachers and they have big metal bars and I assume that helps push them back. I hit my knee on it so hard. I not only saw stars, I think I saw Mars also.
Oh, man. I'm sorry, Carrie. The New Year's kicking my ass, too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bud.
Terry Girl is here. She says, ouch.
Yeah. So, Dustin had just sharpened one of our knives and was cutting up some meat and put the knife in the sink. And I was doing dishes and I had it in my hand and I was washing it. And I had the scrubber and I went up and down the blade and my middle finger just went whoop, whoop, right up and down the blade. It still bends. So it's functional for the most part. Just numb from here to here, which is fine.
You've already got numb fingers.
I forget. I wish I were numb.
And Carrie said the knee will be okay. Just have to put my brace on it and keep going at work today. Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming, Carrie. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. I'm sorry, bud.
And Terry says the background is cool, which is I'll show you. I'd have to bring that up and show it to you, but it's the
Purple
thumbnail
things that are moving.
No. I'll bring it up so you can see it.
We'll look at it later.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the thumbnail background. It's like post-apocalyptic. That's where we are, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Everything's fine, right?
We're not there yet, but it's feeling like the beginning of the end. Does anybody else feel that way? Feels like it's the beginning of the end.
Biscuit's here. Good morning, Biscuit. Good to see you.
Morning, Bride's Biscuit.
There we go. Tanya's in the house trying to stay awake for that.
That's fair. I'm trying to stay awake as well. Yeah. Took everything in me to not get back into bed, throw a blanket over my head and just say, yeah, that's it for today. Thank you. And go back to sleep.
I would like to know more about why there's been an increased helicopter traffic around our house.
They're coming to get me.
We just hear helicopters a few times a day, every day now.
I don't know.
Like right now, there's a helicopter.
Again, beginning of the end. Anybody else feel it? I feel it. I feel it.
Rick is here.
Rick.
Let's get dangerous.
And I feel like there's been more trains lately too.
Well, everyone loves a train. Let's see. And he says Milton gets fixed tomorrow.
Nice.
He said he's been hunting a certain female around the neighborhood.
As you do.
Do you feel bad? Should you let him hit it once? You know what I'm saying? You let her. You don't want to go through complete life without knowing what it's like. You know what I'm saying? You don't know when it's not.
Anyway, continue. Where are we?
Rick says, I hope a fixed Milton allows me to get my sanity back. Did you have it in the first place, Rick?
That is a question.
That is a question. How many of us started with sanity?
I don't know that I did.
I don't know. Sometimes I think sanity only works with Cinnamon and Mercedes. But anyway, Andy is here. Hello, all. Having a great week so far. Let's keep the positivity up. Well, about
you might be at the wrong table.
Today we're talking about transparency.
Today we're talking about bullshit. That's what we're talking about. I don't know. I'm just not in a good space.
Would you care to elaborate?
Not really. I'm not in a good space. I want to punch people. I'm not punching people. That's where I am.
You did get to nap with a baby yesterday.
I did get to nap with a baby yesterday.
I was very jealous. I had to go to the dump.
That is a highlight.
And drive my dad around.
Napping with the baby.
Oh, and I also took our granddaughter to school. And then brought her home because there was no school yesterday.
Yes.
Nothing like driving the kid to school. And there are telltale signs that start to add up, right? So we're driving and there's fewer cars on the road. I'm like, well, maybe it's just because it's Monday after the New Year's or whatever. And then I'm like, we get closer to school and usually there's cars lining up because we pass a couple of schools. We pass another elementary school that actually looks more like a prison.
Oh, it does look like a prison.
And I don't even think they even have a playground, do they?
I don't know. If they do, it's not out front. It definitely looks like a prison instead of a school, but whatever.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm driving and I didn't, you don't see the cars, but it's doesn't always register. It doesn't come out and just kick you in the head, And so we get around and I see we get to come around where we see the high school. The high school's got cars everywhere. And then I get up but there's no cars coming. There's no cars at the stop sign. Mm-hmm. I go through the stop sign. I turn into her school and there are no cars waiting, no cars dropping off, no teachers outside, no cones. And I'm like, That's weird. And we weren't too early. We were like just about 10 minutes earlier than we normally are, which is, normally then you're just waiting in a long line. Well, then you're waiting in a long line to drop her off.
Right.
So there should have been a long line, which should have been a telltale sign for me. But as I am not the smartest fifth grader on, And so I pull around and I pull up my phone and I'm like, pull up the thing. And now it's a teacher day, not a student day. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess we're going home. She's like, why? Like, because they don't want you. No.
Not today.
No, they don't want you here today.
No.
So I brought her home and then I had to go to the dump. The dump is terrifying to me and it's irrational because when I go to the dump during the week, it's expensive. Mm-hmm. We go to a dump on a Saturday and it's $5 a load. Yeah. So I can go twice on Saturday.
And we drive. So the reason we have to go to the dump lately is because we're trying to get all of the excess out of the house. And I feel like there's never an end.
It's a never-ending amount of trash.
Has anybody watched The Labyrinth? The I can't remember her name, the little monstery Muppet puppet that lives in the trash heap. That's how I feel I am, and that is my life currently. And that is why we are going to the dump, so I feel less like the trash heap Muppet.
Just stay upstairs today. Just stay upstairs
because
today.
Burning the house down is not a solution.
It's not.
At least that's what I've been told.
So, anyway, go to the dump, and it scares me, and it's an irrational fear, sort of, because this dump, they have this gigantic, like, bulldozer-like thing, and it's huge. Like, the tires are as tall as me, and it's driving around the cars, and it's pushing the trash, and it's making all this noise, and I'm like, I don't know why, but it just gives me so much anxiety because here I am I'm in a minivan and I'm pulling up and backing up and there's people unloading all this trash. What is $22.48 to dump our van there, to dump the stuff out of our van instead of on a Saturday? I can go twice for less money than going once.
Yeah.
And it's scary. And I know that doesn't sound right to you and you probably think less of me, but, I mean,
is that possible?
I really don't think so. It's probably about as low as it goes. I'm about this close to buying a book of riddles and living under an underpass. But anyway, but yeah, where were we here?
I don't know. I'm lost.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting in this chair. That's where I am.
We know, let's see. People talking to Rick, people waving to each other. Oh my goodness. I have been sleeping with my CPAP. I have been doing a good job with keeping up on that. But I still feel like I'm not I'm getting better rest. Like I went through the whole day yesterday, like from beginning to end. And finally about 11 o'clock, I was like, I can't go anymore. And I went to lay down. Mm-hmm. And because I had been up since 7. I'm like, it's time. You were still working. And I'm like,
yeah,
I'm done.
Up till 2.
I'm done. And I kind of tried to stay awake for you.
Yeah.
I didn't succeed. I didn't know it took you that long to come to bed.
Yeah. I was working. Yeah. I still have more work to do.
Well, the work is never ending.
I know.
But you do a good job. So actually, the other day I went to the post office and there was a new guy there. And I was dropping off all the packages and they've got eBay tape on them. He's like, so like, is this what you do for a living? I'm like, well, my wife does. And he was like, well, how much does she make from doing that? And I was like, pretty good money.
Yeah. When it works, it works.
It does.
Although I sent a counter offer this morning and I should have just accepted the offer, which is frustrating for me because I didn't want it because it's a lower offer. I still would have made profit, but it was lower than I wanted to take. And I should have just taken it because the item has been sitting around for like a year, maybe a little longer, and I should have just taken it. But instead, I was greedy.
No, it's not greedy.
And just like,
well, you were doing what you think is best. You understand.
I should have just taken it because a lot of times with eBay, what springboards more sales is if you just accept an offer. Like if you make a sale, more sales happen. So
do it.
But anyway,
where I guess we were in the bathroom with Carrie for a while while he shaved.
Probably done it.
Yeah. And then Terry says the morning audience. And let's see, Carrie is very chatty today. I love to see it. He says, I have been using my Instant Pot that I bought with one of the gift cards at the from Christmas, and it comes in handy to cook ribs. Instead of 3 hours, they are done in 30 to 35 minutes.
Sweet.
And he's been making bone broth with the Instant Pot as well. That's fantastic.
Nice. Carrie's rocking and rolling already
That's
this year.
That's right. And Terry says, used to like to watch my dad shave because all the potions smelled so good and fresh. And then the pieces of toilet paper stuck to his face. That's the one thing that I don't have that. Like, I never had that shaving, but I guess that's the difference between, like, the old razors where
he doesn't have that.
Well, I used to have to shave. There were times in my life where I had to shave.
Yeah.
But, that's also like when you had like the razors, and then they had like a hole in the back of the medicine cabinet where you just dropped them, because that's someone else's problem. Just, you knew about that, right?
What is it?
Like in the back of the old timey medicine cabinets, they had a little slot, and you would drop your razor blades in there.
Oh.
And so when people would go to remodel homes, there were just piles of rusty razor blades, just hundreds and hundreds of razor blades. Yeah. You see that on, like, when they go and remodel old 1930s and 40s.
It goes in the back of the wall?
Yeah, it just goes into the wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just goes into the wall.
So now you know, if you're ever remodeling an old home, wear chainmail when you go to remodel the bathroom.
Yeah, when you open the bathroom wall around the sink, and where if they have, because you'll open it and you'll see a little slot in there, and just for the big razor blades, and then yeah, it's pretty nuts. That's kind of weird. I thought you would have known that.
I did not know that. I might have heard it at some point, but there's only limited capacity in here, so things that take priority currently are baby.
And Terry's telling me that I'm late for work, because I was about 4 minutes from normal time logging on here.
I'm late. I'm always late for work.
And then Carrie's saying hello, no weird sound on mine. I was asking him how we sound.
Okay. Boy, we're way back there.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Everyone said it's fine. They can hear. Let's see. Mia is here. Mia's Girls is here. Good morning. I hope all are having a blessed day.
Well, every day you get up is a blessed day. Let's be fair.
That's true.
Even if I'm feeling like poo, every day that I wake up and I breathe and I'm here and I'm alive is a blessed day.
Terry says, exactly how do you sleep in conditions that don't condone sleep? Gummies?
Angrily? I mean...
Oh my goodness.
Very angrily. I don't know. My body will sleep when it's tired. It just does. I've always been that person. It's actually... it's not like narcolepsy or anything like that, but like I've fallen asleep standing up. When I am tired, I can't stop my body from falling asleep. So I don't drive tired. I don't do anything important tired, because when I am tired, I will fall asleep. I can force myself to stay awake in things like emergency or whatnot, but I just fall asleep. When I'm tired, I'll be holding my phone, texting or doing something, and I will drop it onto my face because I'll fall asleep. So my body will sleep whether the condition is correct or not. I've fallen asleep sitting up, standing up, all kinds of things. I only have really good sleep, though, in my own bed with everything dark, door closed, lights out, window curtains pulled, pitch black and quiet.
And I have to be there too.
It's ideal. Yes. I can fall asleep without you, but if I do that, then I usually have the TV on for noise in the background, which is not ideal.
Yeah, because then you're watching The Simpsons all night.
Well, I watch it until I just can't watch it anymore. My body will fall asleep. So
Brenda Foley is here. Good evening. Oh, good evening. Good morning, Brenda.
Good, whatever it is, Brenda.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
And our good friend Sean Bradley's in the house. I hope you and Cheryl are doing wonderful. The new year is wonderful for you.
Yes. Good morning, Sean. Oh, I want to take a quick minute to just tell everybody thank you. If you have sent anything for our new little package, our new little bundle of joy, we appreciate it. You know, it's not necessary. Anybody who's contributed to the diaper fund, anybody who sent us anything, thank you so very much. It is not necessary, but we do appreciate it.
It does help us greatly.
Every little bit helps very much. It is amazing, really, how expensive something that doesn't even weigh 9 pounds is. I mean,
it costs, like, I was looking at wipes the other day. It's $23 for, was it 1,200 wipes?
Basically baby toilet paper.
Yeah, baby toilet paper. Yeah, and she's a constant pooper.
She is a constant pooper, so we're constantly utilizing all those wipes and diapers
and booty cream.
And now we've grown out of newborn clothes into 0 to 3 month clothes, so we're getting a little bigger.
We're a little, like, 2.5 weeks old.
Yeah.
Almost 2.5 weeks old.
Struggling to figure out what bottle is going to work for her, because either she gets too much food and she starts choking and coughing on it, or she doesn't get enough and she's working really hard and she's falling asleep during eating. Or we just switched bottles that seem to be working better, but then she's so gassy that she can't sleep because her belly aches. So, struggles. Those struggles.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to figure it out. It's like a math equation that doesn't really have an answer. It's like the end of pi.
Lizzie World 007, she's a spy, is here.
Hello.
And Debbie is here. Good morning, Debbie.
Remember that game, Spy versus Spy?
I don't remember.
When we were kids.
I don't remember.
Black, white, mouse.
Yeah.
And then,
I remember it, but I don't remember it. You know what I mean?
I like that game.
I don't know if I ever played it.
I played it. My brother had it on a computer.
I saw your brother yesterday.
I'm sorry.
Oh, my goodness.
I still remember the first time my brother came by my house, and we lived here for a couple of years. And the neighbors across the street hadn't really met. They knew I had sisters, had seen some of my sisters from time to time because some of them still lived here. And my brother had never been over, and it had been, I don't know, at least a year, but probably even as much as 4 years, because we don't see each other very often, even though we live in the same city. But he had come over to my house, and my neighbor across the street told my ex-husband, I think your wife had a man over today.
I'm sure that went over like
I was
gangbusters.
like, yeah, he's called my brother. His name is Scott. Here he is. It was hilarious because they were like, no, that's not. I don't have the energy.
Hopefully pick better than that.
A, I don't have the energy to have anybody else. B, just no. Just no.
I like your brother. He's fun.
I know. I love my brother because we're related.
Sandy says it's okay to not be okay.
Thank you, Sandy, because I'm feeling that.
And Lizzie says there's a lot of carnivore videos, but it's needed for the community. But so you don't slip up, it's a good thing too.
Yes.
And Carrie says, not worried about it now that I got the property tax paid, not bracing for regular tax. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Taxes.
Always. Nothing's certain in life except for death and taxes, right? Isn't that the old saying?
Mm-hmm. And then Terry says, the boss is in the house. Morning, Chandra. You are the boss.
Morning, Terry. I feel like the boss that every employee is mutinying against.
I feel like Mr. Belvedere.
Do you?
I do.
I'm getting a zit. Oh, great.
What are you, 12? What's going on here?
I don't know. My body hates me. By the way, in case you didn't know, my daughter had a baby 2 weeks ago, and my body is reacting to it. It is just miserable. I am, too much information, 15 days early for my period. Great. And it's not like premenopausal. It's just my body is reacting.
Grandma hormones, Terry says.
And I'm having like emotions, which sucks. In case you didn't know, I dislike emotions that are not laughing or anger. So that's frustrating. And actually, I don't really like anger as an emotion, but I do feel it's necessary.
Well, I got you that nice little keychain.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a Cunticorn keychain. It's lovely. I do enjoy it. It's like a regular unicorn, but
We'll see you next Tuesday. Anyway.
Yes. Anyway, so yeah, not having a good time here. So everything is just yuck. But other than that, you know.
Mary T is here. I'm glad to see her.
Hi, Mary T. Thank you for joining us.
She says, Happy New Year. I keep missing you. Glad to see you all this morning. I'm glad to see you. And everyone's saying good morning to you. Ouch, ouch, ouch to your finger.
Yes, the finger. So if you're new, if you haven't been here, I cut my favorite finger. I'm trying to show it in the screen. There it is. It's fine, but it's definitely like it was a decent cut. And like I said, I didn't want to pull out the suture kit, so it's not been sutured, but it's healing. It's not infected, which is lovely because I did work all weekend and I was so worried about it getting infected. But I washed my hands enough that I'm pretty sure this is all new skin.
It's a good song.
Yeah, but you know, it is what it is. It's not infected. It is numb from here to here, but it's fine. How is the cute granddaughter? She is, both cute granddaughters are wonderful. The older one is spicy today. She wanted to fight about brushing her hair before school. She also wanted to fight about her clothes and brushing her teeth. So we're completely mismatched. We're wearing purple on the top and pink on the bottom, and it is what it is. At least she's dressed. Two different socks.
No reason to fight about it. Just
right?
let her look how she wants to look.
2 different socks. Whatever. That's fine. And she at least let me brush her hair. Yay for that one. After she threw a fit about it and told me that she's going to just do it. Okay. Well, you were gonna for 10 minutes now. We had to stop in the midst of getting ready for school to watch the trash truck out front. You know, just the normal things. And the littlest one is just, it's honest to God, it is such a dopamine hit just to hold that baby. And you hate to do it because I love the older one and I don't ever want to make her feel like she is unloved or she's not, you know, just the most wonderful thing since sliced bread.
But we held her a lot too.
We did. I still hold her. I held her yesterday like a baby and rocked her because she wanted me to hold her. And I did. And she's 7 and she's huge. And she's not huge. She's barely, not even 50 pounds, but held her and rocked her for a solid 45 minutes or so to an hour. But the littlest one, you just hold her and just doesn't matter what's happening in the world. Everything is better for that 10 minutes to an hour.
I don't get to hold her enough.
I know. You're going to need to start because not going to be too long before the daughter goes back to work and you are the sole provider on Fridays. So
yeah. Now they're talking about it's really hard to put knife. I didn't. Okay, here's the thing. I did not put the knife in the sink. I set it to the next to the sink, and I let her know it was there. She knew it was there.
I was washing it.
She picked it up and was washing it and cut her finger with it.
Yes, I was washing it. I, have a green scouring pad, and I went up the blade and down the blade, and my middle finger went, sure, I'll go along.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not in the sink sitting. I was actively washing it. So I actively cut my own finger unintentionally.
Because I knew, she was washing dishes while I was cutting the New York strip roast.
Because apparently I don't know how to work my own hands.
That reminds me, I got to pull some steaks out for you today.
Yeah.
Because you're going to want steak.
Yeah, we made the mistake of buying steak because it was on sale, but you had to buy the whole roast of it. And
not really a mistake.
Well,
it was still like $5 a pound cheaper.
Not a mistake, but financially, we didn't really have the money to support that right now. So kind of a mistake. Because if you don't know me, hi, I'm Chandra. I don't do well when our money is low. Anyway. So we weren't financially able to afford that decision, and we made it anyway. So that's where we are right now, today. Either way, I was washing the knife I don't know how to work my own body. And I sliced my own finger, and I went up and down the blade. So it was a decently deep cut. I am excited that I still have feeling in my fingertips. Like, it was a decently deep cut. I did not see bone, and I did not see muscle. So it still bends, although it's tight, it does bend. So I think it's okay, but it is numb.
Mary says she has to change her tag back to Mary T Keto every day as I'm back to strict keto, convincing myself low carb is okay, is a slow but slippery slope.
You know, it's what works for you, Mary. I mean, if being more strict keto is what keeps you on track and stops all the little things that break in, then do that. If going carnivore for a little while helps you, then do that. It's whatever works best for you. It's recognizing your own weaknesses and doing your best to set a plan so that you don't fall off the slopes.
And then incorporating your strengths, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we all have to understand our weaknesses and we have to incorporate our strengths. We know what our strengths are. We know what we can do to keep ourselves together. And we have to use that to help us with our weaknesses.
And you know what doesn't work? What doesn't work, you know that. If you've tried it and it didn't work for you, then you know it doesn't work. So don't have to keep testing the water if you already know the water's cold, right? You can do this. We believe in you.
Andy says, the new year has treated our family very well. So happily leaving 2025 behind in the dust. I'm sorry for the bad woes, Chandra. It'll
be fine. It'll all turn around. I know it. I just am in a low right now. That's all.
And it happens. I think there's such a dopamine kind of thing that happens around the holidays. And that gets exacerbated by a new baby. All the things that we've gone through, all the, like, we've been extremely fortunate the last month or two, right? Because we were able to get a new roof where we thought we weren't going to be able to afford a new roof. Yeah. And we were struggling and worried about the roof. And then that worked out and we were able to get through that. And then we got the gutters and then we were worried about the car situation. We had to get a new car and we were able to get that squared away. And then we had a healthy, happy baby girl. And then we have the holidays come in and all of the things that go along with the holidays. And there's a lot of things that hold you up. And there's a lot of dopamine and happy and things. Well, and then I think when the new year hits, it's just kind of like you get like January 1st, the kind of the balloon just kind of goes.
And I think for me in particular, there's like I always run at a specific level of stress, and that stress level has been amped for the last probably 3 months. It's been on high alert, even worse than my normal stress level. And I think I was expecting an after the holidays decrease in that stress level, and it has not decreased. And I think it's just getting to the point where the stress is not calming and I'm at the limit of what I can handle. So don't look at me like that.
I'm looking. What am I looking at you like? I'm looking like I love you.
Know.
Like I love you.
Look at me like I need to walk off stage.
That is not what I was doing, dear. I'm looking at you like I love you and I'm proud of you and you are amazing. Anyway, I don't know what to do. Okay. Coach Juliet is in the house. She says it's been a while. Nice to see you both. And Holly Springer is here. And Carrie says, Dustin and Chandra, did you hear the baker said for the did you hear the baker said for the shortbread that they don't make them any longer? I hear you. I see you, Carrie. Thank you. Oh, let's see. And Andy says, but it hasn't hit January 10th yet, so the shoe still could drop. Well, I don't know what January 10th is. I don't know what that is. I don't know if there's I don't know. Oh, let's see here. Sandy loves trains. And Rick says, I wonder if Milton already hit it. I mean, I'm holding out that he did. Oh my goodness. And Lizzie says, I fixed my animals at 6 months. And Rick says, I was unable to fix him due to financial issues. Don't we? We've all got the financial issues. Oh, let's see. And Rick says he was born fixed. And Rick says, if he sees kittens around here, if you see kittens that are mean to you, you'll know what's going on. Rick says, I call the dump Rick's shopping center. Well, this one, the one we go to, they don't allow you to scavenge. Like I said, there's a gigantic thing, the big excavator type equipment that moves the trash around. So there's no real able to, to dig through it because they have to take, I think they take it somewhere else. And Terry says, the aroma of decomposing things at the dump always grossed me out. But after you are there for a few, you get nose blind to it. And the dump is fun. The old days, not too regular. I mean, yeah, that's the problem. Like, so here's what had happened with I had loaded up the van on Saturday to take everything to the dump. And we go to the normal Saturday dump and they're closed. And so I had put down a tarp in the back of the van, loaded it up with trash bags. So in case there was any, because the trash bags had been in our garage for a little bit and the cat had decided he was going to rip holes in some of them. So there's that problem. And so I went to the dump on Saturday to find out that they were closed. We went twice, hoping that they maybe were just opening late. And they were not. They did not. So then we had to go yesterday. So it meant like it's just trash smells. It's just... And Terry said, if the dump was free, we would stop seeing so many mattresses on the side of the road. Oh, yeah. Bex is here. That's Rebecca from South Africa. Good morning, my dear. I hope you were doing wonderful. All the way on the other side of the planet. And Coach Juliet says, Rick, please chronicle Milton's journey and recovery for us. Some of us have come to feel your Milton's is our Milton. He's a cute little kitten. I don't want any more cats. Terry says, did you guys do the fasting Monday? I'm starving right now. Not sure what I want to eat. I thought it would be eggs, but that isn't sounding good. I'll probably dive into my tuna salad I made. I don't know. That might be something that we could look into. I don't know if something that Shanda would be interested in. She's not much of a fasting person, but I mean, realistically, it wouldn't be that hard for me to do a fasting Monday. But it would have to be a fasting. I just don't want to not have coffee unless I'm doing an extended fast. I mean, I'm willing to forego coffee for a 7-day fast or a 14-day fast, but I don't want to just not have coffee for one day. Maybe I do Monday with just coffee and then, do that and just eat on Tuesday. I could probably do that. I mean, realistically, I could probably eat on Monday, have fast on Mondays and Wednesdays and save some money. Oh my goodness. And Romans is asking if Shander's eBay shop is posted somewhere. I have it in my link tree. If you go to ketosimple.shop, in the link tree there, it's there. It's just not on. I'll talk to her and see if she wants me to turn that back on for a while to see if people want to shop and peruse. Let's see who else is here. All the wonderful people. Oh, and Biscuit says they still have one of those medicine cabinets where you put the I think I had a stroke. The razor blades in it. And Rick says I've seen so many of those old medicine cabinets where you dispose of old razors in the wall. Now Terry says something here. Now I'm not sure which is I always assume that it's hard one of the things is like if everybody's doing it, is that what it was designed for, or is that what people just utilized it for? Because she says I have the old medicine cabinets too, but it's really designed for the cabinet to breathe. Somehow we turned it into a slot machine for razor blades. That's something that I would really like to dig a little deeper into, because my mind is one of those things where that's interesting to me, and I'd really like to know if it was by design, or if it was just literally something that a collective majority of people who had them and did shave utilized them in the same way. And if they did do that and it wasn't by design, how did the collective group of people know to do that? That's a fascinating thing for me. That's fascinating. If it wasn't by design, how did everybody know to do it? Because that's a crazy word of mouth. That's an insane amount of word of mouth. And Mary T says, that's the hospital worker I knew, Chandra. Sleep when tired. Biscuit says, the cabinet is built into the wall. I dare not touch it. To replace would be a whole remodel. Oh, yeah. They're all like built into the wall. And they're always made of like porcelain and glass and all that stuff. Let's get through here because we're still about 20 minutes behind here. And Biscuit says, I got to say, my daughters cost me a whole lot more now than they did a few decades ago. Yeah, I feel that. Hey, babe.
Yeah.
Jerry has a question, and I want you to help fill in on this question. She says, good morning. What proper baby diet are you feeding her? So they are doing, and I know Chandra can elaborate here, they are doing a mix of pumping as well as formula, because I don't believe she's producing enough to be solely breastfed at this time.
Excuse me.
And I know you can elaborate a little more on that.
So, the baby would not latch after birth. She tried for the 3 days she was in the hospital to try to get her to latch, and she just couldn't. So we had to go to bottles. They are, my daughter's pumping, and we're doing that in a mixture of baby formula. They are using one that is one of the major brands, but one that's supposed to be gentle on the stomach, because she was having a lot of like gas. She's still having a lot of gas. We've switched bottles. We're going to try a different bottle again. We're doing a combination of breast milk and formula to keep her full. My daughter's trying to amp up her pumping so that we can have more of the breast milk, but it's hard, and it's hard for a new mom. It's hard for moms when things don't work out as far as nursing. As a mom, you feel like a failure, and it really is hard, and it's hard on my daughter, and she's trying the best that she can. I would like to get the baby switched to a different formula, like Bobby, or I'm trying to think, there's another one that is like a whole milk formula, but as it stands right now, we're using just one of the big name brands.
And one of the most unfortunate things about baby formula is
it's terrible for babies.
Well, the fact is they're legally obligated, they're legally bound to use vegetable oils. They can't use animal fats in their formula legally. So if they are making it, they have to, if they want to stay in business, they have to utilize that. And it's very, very irritating. It's very irritating because we understand the difficulties with that. And I know that our first granddaughter was primarily bottle fed. But we looked and we searched. And when we knew that this new girl was coming, I started searching again and was disappointed, even by Bobby. I know she's looking at Bobby.
Yeah, it's not great.
And I can bring it up and I can look at it and we can talk a little deeper in that if that's something. Let's see. Bobby, Bobbie, because it's an organic baby formula, which I don't really care too much about the organic versus non-organic. I'm sure there is a difference, but so we look at, there's a whole milk version. We can look at that. It's a whole milk and a whole milk organic. Let's look at the whole milk organic. 8 cans. And if you subscribe to it, you buy 8 cans. It's $200, $26.20 a can. If you do a one-time purchase, it's $224. Let's go ahead and share my screen here so you guys can see this as well. But it's just frustrating as they leave you no choice.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice. And that's not right. Like, so I'm going to go ahead and I'll bring your comment down, Jerry. I don't know where that went. There it is. Okay. So this is the whole milk. This is Bobby. Whole milk infant formula. Our trusted European style Bobby blend is clinically crafted and certified clean. Ugh. And I know that so organic lactose, organic whole milk. So at least it's getting some animal fat, I think, in there. Linoleic, sunflower oil, organic, low uric acid, rapeseed. So it's canola oil. Rapeseed is canola oil. So low uric acid rapeseed oil is canola by another name. It's the same thing. Organic whey protein concentrate, organic high oleic sunflower oil, organic coconut oil, organic non-fat milk. So I don't know. It's so irritating to me. and then low uric acid, rapeseed, lecithin. It's just mortifyingly awful. Even what is considered the high-end bougie baby formula is still an abomination. Protein 2 grams, fat 5.63 grams. Now, I don't know, this is for 5 ounces. She doesn't even eat 5 ounces at a time yet. She's still, 2 to 3 ounces at a time?
Yeah.
So this is 100 calories for 5 ounces. So she's probably, I don't know what a baby burns, but she's busy. She puts a lot of work in pooping.
Yes,
she puts a lot of work in. But this is just, and this is what's considered the boutique. This is what's considered the high end. This is what's considered the cream of the crop. This doesn't even get sold in stores. And this is for people like us, for the people in this community, for the people who understand what's going on. This is the best that we have to offer. And I understand Bobby's probably, and I imagine the people who run Bobby are doing the best they can. I am a positive person. I'd like to think that they are doing what they think is best. Mm-hmm. But my question is, why don't they take breast milk and replicate it the best they can? Because there's no seed oil in breast milk. There's no canola oil in breast milk. There's no any of that stuff in breast milk. But yet here we go. And I understand this is all government intervention. This is the government nutrition that we have. This is what they're told. This is what they're legally obligated to include in their baby formula. Mm-hmm. And parents do not understand. Most 90%, I would say 90% of parents would be happy. Those who can't breastfeed won't breastfeed, because there's always going to be those who just don't have the time. And I'm not in any way, shape, or form trying to discredit or shame or paint negative of a mother who can't breastfeed or won't breastfeed. There are a lot of mitigating factors involved with people who choose not to breastfeed, whatever they are. But even those women who are trying to breastfeed and have to supplement with baby formula, there's no winning. There's no winning out there unless I don't know what else there is out there. People like, and I see you guys in the comments saying goat milk is good and all that stuff. And, it's just, yeah. And Mary says that it's time for some smart keto folk to create a clean PhD formula. But then again, it would be kind of like how you have to finagle raw milk, raw cheese, how you want to finagle the way that chicken eggs are sold, or like the way that the small farmers are selling chickens. They have to label them as not fit for human consumption. It's for animals. It's for dog food or whatever, even though it's just fine for humans to consume those things. And they have to do all kinds of things to get around and skirt the laws. I would like to see, but unfortunately, I would say that if there was a PhD formula, I would almost guarantee that it would be $400 to $500 for this amount, the 8 cans or whatever it is. It would be so very cost prohibitive that nobody would be able to afford it except for like people that are like the berries and above, right? People who have, relatively good, they have a good income. But the average person, the people that truly need the baby formula the most, the mom's working 3 jobs, the mom who can't breastfeed, the mom who, just all of those factors that come into play would probably make it just impossible for them to be able to. Yeah, and Terry's like, in the old days, they had wet nurses. Well, it wasn't necessarily if they couldn't do it. Wet nurses were typically those in high station who it wasn't sightly.
It was for the rich folk.
Yeah, it was for rich folk. They had wet nurses because it wasn't sightly to breastfeed your own baby.
Yeah.
So think about what that's done. I mean, like especially the highborn.
Well, and then there was a decent period in like the 60s and 70s where breastfeeding was considered disgusting and inappropriate, and don't do that. That's the worst.
And that is so, and I imagine if I was living in that time, I can't say that I wouldn't like fall in line and not, because groupthink is a very powerful thing.
We've swung far the other way, right? Breastfeeding's encouraged now. However, it even goes so far that there are like essentially bullies on the internet telling moms that if you don't breastfeed, there's something wrong with you and you're going to screw up your kid. When the reality is that as long as your kid is fed, it's fine. As long as your kid is fed, it's fine. Ideally, yes, you don't want to feed them junk, but if your kid is fed, your kid is fed. And that's all that really matters. Yeah, I don't know. And even the Bobby, there's another one that's like Kinder Milk, and there's another one that is can't think of the other one. It's like Bob's goat milk formula. All of these formulas have cruddy oils.
Because they have to.
Yeah, which is just garbage.
And that breaks my heart.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't understand.
Yeah. And there's, I imagine it has a lot to do with, farming, but it also has a lot to do with shelf stability, that kind of stuff as well. Because I can't see utilizing an animal fat and making it shelf stable. I don't know if that would be possible. The possibility of feeding a baby a rancid thing is real.
Yeah, but I mean, because even like I think the percentage of like fish oil, like supplements for people who take fish oil supplements, the percentage that are already rancid by the time you buy them, is like ridiculously high. Like I want to say in the 90%.
Yeah, and
not to say that we couldn't do it, because we have this, we could do it, but I understand, like especially like the stuff that we were giving our first granddaughter was packed with maltodextrin and all these things. corn syrup and all that stuff.
But it was really the best for her at the time. I mean, she needed to eat. She needed something that wasn't going to cause a lot of acid reflux, and because she already had it pretty significant. So, you know, all the things, and it just, you know, you have to do what you have to do to feed your kid, and they don't have other options. So you feed your kid. That's how it goes. But it would be lovely if somebody made something else.
Yeah, Brenda Foley is here. It would be really nice to find, and if they could make it cost effective for everyone.
Yeah.
But again, then you have all the companies already out there who would buy them up and shelve it.
Yeah, they would. It just wouldn't be able to happen, would be the thing.
Yeah, here's Jerry. Sherry's like, Kitchen 101, never, and I mean never, put a knife in the water. I mean, we didn't, but, you know, and I know that's the way that it sounded.
No, I was actively washing the knife, and I actively cut the finger.
Right.
I apparently do not know how my own hands work.
And Rick says, steak is better than money in the bank.
No, it isn't.
I mean, he's poorer than us.
I'm just saying, no, it isn't. Money is better. I can live without the steak.
Let's see. Oh, and Jerry says, please cash my checks I sent you. I'll say, I have 2 of them. I will cash them today. I will put them in the bank today. Yeah. So initially, Jerry sent me an initial care package months ago, but I didn't know her very well yet. And it is an interesting thing to be, you know, a content creator and receive a package and someone sends you a check. And like, especially, and you know, and you don't know them very well, and you don't necessarily know who they are, their situation. And I am a person that wants to make sure that, you know, it's, you know, not genuine, but like, you know, I was like, here, I don't know her. She's a, you know, a lady that watches me, and she's sending me a check. And to me, it's like, does she need it more than I do? You know what I mean? And that's how I felt. And now that I've gotten to know her better,
you don't want to feel like you're manipulating people out of their money. Like that's not who we are. That's not who we are. Yeah. But we'll still get cash.
Yeah. Terry says, don't have it. Yeah, I do. I'll do it into my phone. Yeah. I just got to get a pen and sign them. I got to find it. I know we put it in the cabinet somewhere.
Yeah.
So let me just make sure that it's okay just to cash the other one, because I don't want that to come back. But I appreciate it so very much.
Thank you, Jerry.
And Rick says, my truck died in 2023. My roof is still a mess.
We're sending you good roof vibes.
Yeah.
That is just a whole amount of stress all the way around.
Yeah.
And now I got to send checks to the mortgage company for them to sign, for it to come back, for us to sign, it's a whole thing.
I mean, we are struggling right now financially, but we've put a new roof on the house. We've done all the things correctly. We've spent our money wisely as we can.
Yeah.
Because we needed a roof. It wasn't going to last anymore. Yeah.
The water spots in the ceiling are.
Yeah. Because there's a water spot. That's why I noticed when I moved my office here, because, when we, our bed's over that way.
There.
And if that would have come through, then it would have been a whoosh and I would have had nothing.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have been able to afford to replace all this stuff because this has taken years to acquire.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's see. With the bottles, did they try the bag? You can push out the air out. Do they even make those anymore?
They do. We haven't gotten there yet. We've done the Dr. Brown's with the little air thingy inside of it. And the problem is she's not great at suckling. So finding the right nipple that fits in her mouth that allows for adequate flow without overwhelming her. Because what happens is she's either working too hard to get the milk and then works so hard she falls asleep and she's not getting enough to eat, or it comes out too easy and she's choking on the food and coughing and gagging. So like I said, she didn't latch well initially, and we're still struggling to find a nipple that has an adequate flow for her, that isn't going to overwhelm her and isn't creating massive gas. So it's, you know, it's a lot. She's a lot more difficult than I remember the last one being, and far more difficult than my 3 were. So,
Well, she's making an entrance.
yes,
She knows how to make an entrance.
that's true.
And Biscuit said, my wife had a problem with the latch and we used a lactation consultant. But as we were told any feeding is health and blessing for the mom and baby. We had a roller coaster ride with colic on formula.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, it's rough. We had in the hospital for 3 days, they had the lactation consultants come in. I mean, they were there 3 and 4 times a 12-hour shift. They were in the room very often trying to help. And she just was not latching. And it was not doing well, because at day 2 or 3, I can't remember which one. I want to say it was day 2. They were like, okay, we've gotten to the point where we need to feed the baby. Like, we can't wait for this to happen. We need to feed the baby. So we're going to give her formula. This is what we're going to do. And we're going to try to latch in between. But like, we couldn't go any longer without feeding the baby. So, it was an issue. And she's doing okay. She's definitely gaining weight. She's getting bigger. And she is eating, but we're struggling to find just the right nipple right now. When we were on the Dr. Brown's, we had her on the preemie nipple, and that would be okay, but then she would fall asleep and not be able to finish eating, and she would still get like a mouthful of formula and then fall asleep, or a mouthful of breast milk, either or, and fall asleep and wake up and go and like, babies do that. They forget to breathe. That's a normal thing. But when you do that with a mouthful of formula while you're eating, because you're working so hard, you're falling asleep, that's not a good thing. We don't want her to get pneumonia. So we switched to the Avent bottles, which they don't independently drip and release formula. If you're not working at it, it doesn't come out. So we switched to those, and that seemed to be doing really well, except for she's getting a lot of air in. She's getting a lot of air and gassiness and belly aches because of the gassiness, although she's able to feed better without the choking and gagging. So now there's another bottle that is similar in shape and style to the Avent nipple. I don't remember what it's called. But we're going to buy one of those today and try that one. And it has the air device in it, similar to the Dr. Brown's. So it's just a lot. It's a lot.
So Terry says, I hate giving my mom Ensure. It's so chemically laden, and formulas are the same. Probably the beginning cause of carb addiction and pseudo poisoning. It's so frustrating because it might lead to that.
No.
But I mean, realistically, it comes down to what are the parents eating when they start feeding their babies. Like with our first granddaughter, she was huge into bacon and butter and steak.
And eggs.
And she loved eggs. And now it's a fight to get her to eat anything that isn't like bread.
Well, and it's a fight to really get her to eat.
Yeah, she's not a big fan of eating in general.
Yeah.
I mean, she'll eat candy all day if you let her, but that's any kid.
Right.
But, and I mean, she says it sucks that they don't make something better. It's that they won't make something better.
Right.
And even I imagine that there's probably been companies out there who have tried to put something together, and whether or not they couldn't enter the market or they couldn't get approval, because I imagine there's a scrutiny of all that stuff, right?
Yeah. For your mom, Ensure is good. And I'm not going to speak badly about it, what we use in the hospital often. But look into Premier Protein. And I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a dietitian. I can't say. But I do know that it has a lower carb profile than Ensure.
What about Keto Chow?
And, well, there's Keto Chow too. Has a lower carb profile and a higher amount of protein in it, the Premier Protein, and they're very palatable. Keto Chow, I also agree with. I like it. It works. It's the difference is You have to make the keto chow, so that's great if you have the time and you're available to do it. If you don't, the Premier Protein is a pre-mixed, already together bottle. So
Aren't they what, 12 ounces for Premier Protein? Or are they 16
I don't know.
ounces?
They're the small. They're like this big. They're not.
So I mean, I think you may get 2 or 3 of those servings out of keto chow.
Right, but again,
yeah, you have to make it.
The
I
issue
get it. Yeah,
of being able to make it. If you need something that's pre-made there and ready to rock, Premier Protein might be the way to go. Just saying, if you want to look into it and see, compare, and contrast ingredients, and that. But I just know that they do have a lower carb.
And then there's Fairlife has one too, don't they?
Fairlife has one too, and I don't know all of their. It's been years since I've looked into Fairlife, but I believe that they had higher carbs.
Let me see. Well, Fairlife is a lactose free, so they're. I'm gonna look it up here. So let's go ahead and bring this up, and I'll bring it up.
It says 2 grams of sugar.
Well, that doesn't mean carb count, though.
Right.
We know. Let's see.
Last I remember, Premier Protein had, I want to say, 5 grams of carbs.
There's the core power, and then there's the protein. I don't know what the difference between the 26 grams. Well, let's look at the Fairlife and see. Where's the... There we go. Ingredients, nutrition facts. So the nutrition facts for... Here, let me bring this up again. I just closed everything out. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. So this is Fairlife. This is a chocolate one. Chocolate. So 30 grams high quality protein. We'll look and see what that means. 2 grams of sugar, 150 calories. One bottle, 340 mils. So that's what, 12 ounces? Let's see.
So Premier Protein is 11.5 ounce. And this one is their caramel macchiato coffee house protein shake. I had a friend who drank these and would mix them with her coffee. They do not have a lot of fat, 3 grams of fat, 280 sodium, So 3 grams of carbs, total carbs.
Yeah, the Fairlife is 4 total carbs.
Yeah.
So realistically, not bad.
And let me see if I can find what's actually in it.
Yeah, and I got to go back and look at this because here's the ingredients. Low fat, grade. Yeah, this is only 2.5 grams of fat too. So not a very keto friendly. I mean, with the protein and
keto
the carb,
adjacent.
It is keto adjacent. Yeah. Grade A milk contains less than 1% of alkalized cocoa, natural flavors, cellulose gel, cellulose gum, salt, carrageenan, lactose enzymes, monk fruit juice concentrate, ACE K, sucralose, stevia extract, vitamin A, and vitamin D3.
So as far as ingredients, that's actually a lower ingredient profile.
But what's the protein? The milk, I guess the filtered grade A milk. Is that where that's not?
How much protein does that have?
Protein, and this is 30 grams. I don't think that's the entire ingredients list. There's got to be more because I'm not seeing where the
protein
is coming from.
Cellulose gel, maybe?
No, because that's just fiber.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, so the ingredients for the Premier Protein starts with water, milk protein concentrate, calcium caseinate, less than 1% sunflower oil, soybean oil, natural flavors, coffee extract, caffeine, cellulose gel, cellulose gum, salt, sucralose, ACE K, carrageenan, tripotassium phosphate, dipotassium phosphate, sodium hexametaphosphate. There you go. There's your $10 word for the day. Vitamin and mineral blend. So a bunch of vitamins. Vitamin E, zinc, iron, vitamin A, vitamin K, potassium iodide, cholecalciferol, which is D3.
So hexametaphosphate
Yes.
is a sodium, so it's used as an emulsifier.
Hmm.
So it means that keeps it from being separated in the bottle.
Yeah. Let's see. Copper gluconate, calcium D, manganese, sodium selenite.
So in Fairlife doesn't tell you in here, but it is a milk protein casein protein blend. So I don't know like how they're getting all that. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say that in ingredients, which is kind of concerning to me. But I don't know what the laws are exactly about that.
Yeah, the protein in this one is also 30 grams. It has to be that milk.
Yeah.
Protein or whatever I said it was at first.
Yeah.
Milk protein concentrate. That's what mine says.
Maritza is here.
So anyway, I would look into those two and see, if you need something ready made, those are kind of a not a terrible go-to, right? Not an awful decision. If your mom needs something, we can't feed that to the baby.
Right.
It's not baby. Not good enough for baby. Doesn't have enough of all the things. And we need to keep her safe, happy, and growing. But yeah, those things may be better than the, I can't remember the name of it now. Ensure.
Yeah, the Ensure, yeah.
Oh, and they may be hyper palatable too. I don't know. I can't say I've had them. I drank all of the protein drinks and all of the formulas and everything when I first started in nursing. It was one of the things that I actually had to do with my first nursing job was to taste the formulas that my patients were going to be on. By the way, they're all gross, like all of them. And not just the Ensures and things like that. Like we actually had to taste the formulas, like Vital 1.5. That stuff is nasty. Anyway, just saying.
John's in the house. John Together Strong. Good morning, everybody. Hello, Dustin. Hello. Glad that you are here.
Morning, John.
Oh, let's see. Fish oil supplements are rancid, oxidized at between 70 and 80%. Yeah, wasn't too far off. Yeah. I found in my research, Dustin, even the bougie brands. Yeah. Because, when they sit, and, it's just hard to keep them.
Well, think about it. Like, we're in central Indiana, so we're landlocked. And even just getting fresh fish at the store is next to impossible. It has to either be frozen first or, you're lucky. You'll be lucky if it's edible.
Grandma's here.
Grandma's here.
Grandma's Crochet Corner is here. So I guess that she's coming to Keto Palooza. Amy said she's coming to Keto Palooza. Her and Jerry are sharing a hotel room. I have booked my hotel room, but I can cancel up until October 6th. I did book a double room. I was looking, not sure who. I would like to share my room with somebody. I was telling Evil Lynn the other day because they booked their room. Now you can only book it right now through the website for the days that they have set up. So like it's Thursday through Sunday. So you check in on Thursday. The event starts Thursday late afternoon and goes through Saturday evening. So like 7 or 8 o'clock on Saturday evening. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking like, well, if that would end, then I could just drive back Saturday night because I'm only 2.5 hours away from here. But if it goes that late, then by the time you get out of there and you say goodbye, it's 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. So then again, but they're only allowing us to book at that point right now. But if you wanted to add an extra day or whatever, like come in on Wednesday night and hang out with people, if that's something that people want to do, you have to wait a little longer because they're not booking that far out right now. Again, we're looking at third week of October. So, I know that on the 8th is when the email goes out to everybody. Those of you who have been to Keto Palooza before, you will get an email on the 8th that opens it up for you to be able to purchase your ticket. And there will be I think there's 100 slots available for those people. I don't know if I will be able to afford to buy it that soon. So I may be paying full price sometime. Hopefully it doesn't sell out on me. But typically there's tickets available closer to the event that people buy in advance and then can't go. So I'm not too concerned about that. Though I would like, hopefully I am able to afford to go, because right now our financial situation, me spending right now, if I don't have someone going with me, $600 for a hotel room, 200 whatever for the ticket, that's a lot. And especially if she doesn't get to go.
See, the way my bank account is set up.
Yeah. So it has to come out of my bank account. And right now, the way my bank account is set up, it doesn't have a lot of money in it. But that's what I'm working on. And I did say, let's go. We are not doing this anymore. But I did say that I would at least show Ketopalooza information on our lives, because I don't know how much Autumn is going to be promoting this. And I feel an obligation to the community to promote this because it's very important to me.
I thought she wasn't going to do it this year.
Well, she didn't do it last year. She didn't do Ketopalooza 2024 or 2025. I'm sorry. There was no Ketopalooza 2025. So I was under the, because when they do it like that, it was like, well, she's gone a year without it. I didn't know, because again, she's been kind of radio silent about keto and Ketopalooza. I know she's been working with Amanda Decker and was involved with Low Carb for Better Health. I think she's still involved with Hack Your Health down in Tampa, Florida. So she's still involved in the community. And I know that this is something that's very close to her heart. But when you kind of have a radio silent, like when, she used to go live every Sunday, her and her husband, Richard. So we would see and hear, and there would be little updates here and there. And you would kind of get a real time kind of feel for how she was doing about all this stuff or what she was thinking. And without going a whole year, because they basically stopped going live a month or so before KPL 23 or 24 rather. So it was like kind of out of sight, out of mind. I was like, well, maybe she won't ever do it again. And I was kind of resigning myself for it just in case. That's kind of, you work yourself up. You kind of so you're not so let down if it doesn't happen. But so here we are. So here's Ketopalooza 2026 Louisville. So presented by Keto Chow. Now, Chris and Miriam will not be on or involved personally. They will be sending their team because they will be on the cruise with Joe and Rachel. So there is a kind of a split faction. There is a cruise happening at the same time for Rachel's birthday, I think it is. So they'll be doing a cruise. So there are people who will not be attending Ketopalooza because they're already obligated and signed up to be on the cruise. Obviously, Joe, Rachel, not Autumn, but others. And I know that there are other people who won't be there. I think Andy said something that they're going on the cruise maybe. And I don't know who all is going to be here, but I know that there's going to be some new people. Grandma's Crochet Corner said she's going to be coming, and all that. So, and I know there's, A. Mason said that she was going to be there and she's looking forward to it. So what we'll say here is we'll go ahead and we'll do a quick breakdown here. Ketopalooza, the speaker lineup thus far is Ken and Nisha, Maria Emmerich. So I work with Nisha. She is one of our instructors in the Proper Human Diet course that I'm taking, and so is Kim Howerton. So I interact with those two on a regular basis. And then there's Maria Emmerich, who she's been, I've seen her twice now. She was both Ketopaloozas that I went to. And then we all know Autumn here, Autumn Weathers, and there's additional speakers to be announced. And then the event itinerary, full event itinerary to be announced. So what's included with your 2026 ticket is access to all Ketopalooza events and activities, Thursday evening dinner at the meet and greet, Friday afternoon lunch during speaker presentations, Saturday afternoon lunch at the closing session, a customized event t-shirt with your name on it like previous years, swag bag filled with keto carnivore products to sample, just like previous years. These are some words from folks from previous Ketopaloozas. Title sponsors, we obviously know Keto Chow and Salty. And the venue is going to be held at the Founders Union on the University of Louisville Shelby campus in Louisville, Kentucky. So that's kind of what it looks like here. And the hotel, she's partnered with the Embassy Suites. So it's a 4-minute drive. So Jeff was saying that it might be walkable, but Jeff, and I looked it up, it's a 4-minute drive on the expressway. So not walking on the expressway, probably a much longer walk then. But for $150 a night, you're getting, I've already done my room here, but we'll just go and bring this up. You either get, you can get a 2-room suite with a king bed or a 2-room suite with 2 queen beds for $159 a night. I already booked a 2-room suite because hopefully I'll have somebody that shares that with me so I can. I mean, it says sleep 6, and I can get 5 other people to share my room, and we can knock that $500 down to $100, like maybe $110 a person. I am not against it. I'm not against it. I'll even pay a little bit extra to get the bed. But I mean, it says sleep 6. That's 2 people in each bed. That's a little weird, so we wouldn't be able to do that. But I know that because you look at the suite, I can show some photos here, I think maybe not.
Boys and girls, I'm going to step out because I have to see a man about a wallaby.
All right. I love you.
Love you.
But yeah, so right now
Bye, everybody.
Bye, baby doll. So right now it's only allowing you to book Thursday, October 8th through Sunday, October 11th. And there's no way to you can go in and edit, but then it won't let you book it. I tried that. And then I heard from Evelyn that that's what she ran into as well. Yeah. So there's the Homewood Suites is a minute drive. Hampton is 3-minute drive. So Homewood Suites, it sounds like is closer to Founders Union, but she has a deal with Embassy Suites. So I imagine there's probably some kind of lobby. And I imagine we can probably meet together and have get-togethers. And whether or not I don't know. Last year or the last year at Keto Palooza, we did a meetup at the Brazilian Steakhouse because it was just a quick walk down 4th Street. I don't think that's something that I want to do this time. It's like $90. And I feel like I do more talking than eating, which I go there to talk, but I don't want to pay $80 to talk to everybody. It was nice to be able to hang out with everybody. I met Chris Cook in Nashville for the first time, and he has a lovely wife, Ash. And I met a lot of good people that night. That was the night before it all kicked off. But I know I would like to be able to get together. Hopefully this place has a pool. The Galt House pool wasn't open in October, but anyway, I digress. But that's kind of a quick rundown here of what's going on. Hopefully a lot of you will want to join me at Keto Palooza. Hopefully, I say hopefully, that I am able to go and afford it. But yeah. And Sandy says Jerry is sweet and generous. Yeah, for sure. She truly, truly is. And we said hi to Grandma already. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Let's try to get caught up here. Because Grandma was saying that she needs information on what hotel, etc. That's all in the information. So just go to ketopalooza.com and you can look at the different hotels, see which ones make sense for you. I don't know what kind of parking. I think there's free parking at the event, I'm not sure. I don't know if the hotels are charging parking. Hopefully, like when you're not dealing with, I know that there was a parking expense at the Galt House that was like, I think we had a $15 parking fee the 2 years we were there for each car. So, yeah. But Aaron is in the house. I'm probably going to KPL. I kind of want to go on the cruise with 2KK, but we'll probably do KPL. I mean, who wouldn't want to go on a cruise? Who wouldn't want to go to beaches and be in pools and the sun and the warmth instead of going to Louisville in October? But Keto Palooza is one of those events that I truly, truly adore. I mean, it really is the epitome of the community, and it really is the highlight of what our community is and stands for. It does stand apart from the other places like Hack Your Health and all the other ones like Meat Stock and stuff, which are more focused on, they're more focused on like the science and such, whereas Ketopalooza provides that to you if you so choose. But then there's also a lot of activity, games, fun, just a chance to be together in the same place with everybody that you talk with in these chats, in this community, without ever really being able to be face to face with them. So that's where I truly hold Ketopalooza as such an important event, because I've been to a couple different events. I went to Low Carb for Better Health 2023. And while that was a 1-day thing at that time, and it was a lovely event, I got to meet so many amazing people. It wasn't the same. Like, people weren't there to see other people. They were just there to hear and see the event. They weren't really there to meet others in the crowd. So that's where the community aspect truly shines when it comes to Ketopalooza. So as I said, I will do my best and talk about this and go over this each week, each live that we do, to make sure that everybody is aware on what's going on, what's happening, and hopefully I can swing it, because that's a lot of money for us right now just to put out for me to go on something like that. Especially when I don't think we're doing any vacations this year or anything like that. But the Pharaoh Grandma's here. Hello, Wendy. Thank you for being here, my dear. Everybody's saying bye to Chandra. And Aaron says Homewood Suites looks nice since they have a small stove and microwave in the suites. I know the one that I was looking at, the whichever one is the Embassy Suites, they have a full refrigerator. I can load it down with drinks. I'm happy with that. Large free parking lot, all that stuff. There's an Arby's very close. I imagine there's probably a lot of things nearby these places. And it would be cool, like, if there's, we'll probably hotel hop maybe and visit other people at their hotel rooms. Unfortunately, what I loved about having the Galt House as the hotel for Ketopalooza, and Ketopalooza being inside the Galt House, was when you do have your social battery starts to wane, you can go and hop up to your room, sit for a while by yourself, rest, relax, recharge, and then head back downstairs and get right back in the action. Now, this one is a little bit different because, again, we're going to be in a different setting where the event is different from the hotels where everybody is staying. So that's kind of not an option. So I hope that there are some side rooms available where people can kind of go and kind of mingle a little bit, or maybe kind of get away from the action a little bit. Like, I know me, when I am in a situation like Ketopalooza, I am on when I'm in the room with people. And sometimes that on starts to run out. Just like if I do a 4-hour live stream, I'm exhausted at the end of it. And I go and I will take a shower, watch some TV, just kind of recuperate and recharge, because a long live stream, especially one where I'm doing all the talking, is tiring. And the thing is when you go into an event like Ketopalooza, where you are face to face with so many amazing people, and you want to maximize the coverage, and you want to say hi to everybody and get to know people you don't know already, and you're so excited to see people and all the hugs and just everything, and it's really truly goes by in like a legitimate blur. It just happens so fast. It's exhausting. It's like the most amazing thing, but it's over like that. So I'm excited. And then Sherry is here. Good morning, Sherry. I hope you're doing well, my dear. But I think with that, we are over 90 minutes today. It's been an emotional roller coaster of a live stream today. Thank you all so very much for your love, your support, for your understanding, your grace. And I will see you on Sunday live. I'll probably put another video out between then and now, as I have been putting out videos regularly this year so far. So be on the lookout for those. We love you, and we will see you again real soon. And with that, here come the credits. Maybe the credits, maybe not the credits. I don't know what's going on. Why my credit's not doing what I want it to do.